Ken says, participation in sport for women is a basic human right. Right on. Why has the government of the Irish Republic continued to fund sport bodies who refuse to insert equity and equality clauses in their constitutions? And that's a great question. And again, one would argue would be in breach of the Section 42 public sector duty if they don't have that inclusion. So I don't know who the question is addressed to, but if anyone would like to pick up on that question in terms of, well, why is it not, why aren't we funding these bodies, or why aren't we attaching as part of the funding applications this requirement for equity or equality within their constitutions or their policies? Anyone would like to take that question from Ken? Selina, I see your hand up there. That's great if you want to jump in.
Yeah, and this plays into something I'm saying a lot over the last while, that when it comes to government, whether it's development of legislation or administration of grants and funding, we need to be attaching conditionality in relation to equality and human rights. Money should not be allocated unless we can be guaranteed that equality and human rights is attached to conditionality, is attached. And it's something I'm saying widely in my day job and outside everywhere. Anyone who listens, if you're giving money or developing, you need to consider equality and human rights and attach to conditionality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else? Amina?
I would just add that we need to hold politicians or funding bodies accountable for their actions. So if it is the case that sports organizations or institutions aren't considering intersectionality in their approach to I don't know, like recruitment, or in their programs they're not considering including strategies to promote inclusion of all, then we need to call them out on it and say why they haven't been implementing these policies or implementing inclusive strategies. Something that I would call attention to is like Sport England did a report called Sport for All. I think it was released in 2019, that looked at sport participation patterns observed for different ethnic groups, and it showed that social inequality can contribute to participation patterns and reinforce stereotypes. And nothing like that has actually been considered in the Irish government. Like, there is no research looking at, for example, the Irish Sport Monitor looks at participation patterns in Irish sport, but nothing looks at how many migrants or people from ethnic minority backgrounds are participating in sport, what we're doing to address barriers to their participation.
Absolutely, that's great. Thank you so much.